Hello everyone, this is Crustlemania and welcome back to the 19th gameplay video for Pokemon Colosseum. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. In these next two gameplays, this one and the next one, they're going to be mostly me kind of grinding in terms of training up my Pokemon. So as you see here, this is my party and we just purified some of the other Pokemon. So before we go to Mount Battle, I want to grind a little bit and level up my Pokemon because I realized that not all my Pokemon leveled up correctly in terms of EXP and stuff like that. So we are going to do kind of the training arc for a little bit. I might train a bit more off screen just to grind a little bit more, but at least with this gameplay and the next gameplay, it's going to be more of me grinding. As in these old games, you kind of have to grind a bit more to get your Pokemon's levels up. So just exploring around this village, and I noticed there's a item box down below, so I'm trying to figure out how to get to that one, but just running around so far in Agate Village. It was pretty sad that I missed the Hitmontop. That is a Pokemon I really could have been using in the future, but it is what it is, so not much you could do there. So that's Mount Battle, but we're not going there yet, so we're gonna go back to Pyrite Town. And in Pyrite Town, I think you can rebattle the trainers based upon last time in this town, so we are going to try that in terms of leveling up my Pokemon. So we're gonna battle the trainers in the battle square, but I'm trying to remember which one had Noctowl. I believe it may be this trainer, Rider Nover. There you go, there's Noctowl. So this is one of the rare instances where you actually get a second chance to catch the shadow Pokemon. So I'm actually going to try and catch Noctowl now. I don't really need Noctowl per se, since I have Swablu, but since, you know, this is my second shot trying to catch Noctowl, I might as well give it a shot. So nice bite. Noctowl's using Fly, alright. Shadow Rush Swablu. Dang. One hit KO. I like the looks of that. Wingull. Again, this battle music's just great. We'll just go for it with Shadow Rush and then bite Noctowl. Which I should have known it was flying, so. Nice. Let's see if we can take out Wingull. There we go. Cool animation. Oh, nice, and missed. There goes Swablu. Oh, nice. He can't use Hypnosis. Alright, we'll try and use Bite. Oh, nice. Alright, this time we're going to use a Great Ball and not use a Pokeball, so this is my second chance, so to speak, catching Noctowl. One, two, three. Let's go! We got Noctowl on the second try. This is one of the rare occurrences in this game where you can actually reface the same trainer with the Shadow Pokemon. In most cases, you aren't able to, so it's like case by case and select trainers, but like the Hitmontop, I won't be able to get back. I don't think I see that Peon admin again, so I pretty much missed Hitmontop this time for the rest of the game, I believe. Like, if I had missed Sudowoodo facing Mirror B, I don't think I would have gotten Sudowoodo again. So, we got Noctowl. That's really awesome. Now we can just face the regular trainers here, just for grinding. Bandana guy, Divel. Divel? So the Pokemon are still relatively level 30, which is not too bad. It's around the same level as the Pokemon I currently have, so good training. So the reason why I want to leave these training episodes in is because I want to show what it's like to actually play the older Pokemon games when you have to grind. Sometimes that was the most frustrating part of the Pokemon games, but also at the same time it was the most rewarding. Alright, Horsey's asleep, so that's pretty good. Oh, that's good, it missed. I think I'm going to put that one to sleep in the future. Or maybe not. Sigh. There you go. Wow, Horsey's still around. That's pretty good. There goes Psyduck. Oh, he's the biggest migraine there. Nice. Wow, we like those ending animations for the trainers when you beat them. Pretty funny sometimes. Or the dialogue. So have these two get some more experience, Swablu and Bayleaf. Honestly, Swablu, I'm really glad is in this game. I really do like Altaria. When I have Altaria is going to be like a pretty big flying type Pokemon. Oh, Sunkern, okay. There it comes. Slugma. Go Leafmon. Here comes Fire Slug. Not very effective. Man, that animation is really cool, even just for Sweet Scent. You can tell there's so much detail. The Genius Seniority team, like, they did a really good job with Pokemon Colosseum and XD. I didn't realize for the longest time that this region is called the Ori region, O-R-R-E region for both Colosseum and XD. And I saw on a post on Instagram that actually the Ori region was based upon the geographic area of Arizona and like the northwestern part of Mexico, which is pretty interesting. I never even realized that, kind of around where the border is, so pretty cool. Alright, Dustox. Swablu's in the air. Nice. Dang. I do like one thing in this game where you kind of face the legendary dogs before the end of the game and they aren't just left for the final boss. So you could catch Entei, Raikou, and Suicune before then. Rider Liba, oh boo, I had to lose. Sorry, I saw that dialogue. So, continuing my last conversation, I really do like how you face Entei, Raikou, and Suicune before you face the final boss in this game, so you're not waiting to catch all the legendaries at the very end. So, I like that you get to use them throughout the story. Instead of XD, where I think when you face the last boss, you catch all the legendaries at the very end. So it's kind of like, you can't really use them. Leafmon. Pichu and Shroomish. Okay, I think Pichu replaced Flaffy. Fire Slug. There goes Pichu. Pichu had the type advantage for sure against Swablu, so. Where's Stun Spore going with? Oh, Fire Slug. Smart move. Although Shroomish is at disadvantage from both Swablu and Fire Slug here, so. I mean, Flamethrower probably is going to do a better job. Nice. Nice. Wow, they're all targeting Swablu. Later, Shroomish. No. Love the Shroomish animation. It's pretty cool. There goes Pichu, one hit KO, man. Wait. Oh, interesting. Ah, not much EXP, okay. Saint Performer Diogo? Is that how you say it? Street Performer Diogo? Interesting names. It's kind of nice that they give you tips and tricks like after you face them in the square. Looking to battle me? Come at me like your life depended on it. Alright, Rider Vant. I think this was the trainer with Mischievous. Nice, Mantine's further down in the Shadow Meter, as well as Swablu. They're kind of around the same area. The animation of Zigzagoon's fur is pretty crazy. Not really effective, but you know. Leafmon. Okay, recoil. Ooh, actually hit a lot harder than I thought for a headbutt. There goes Skitty. The replacement for Mischievous Shuppet. Makes sense. Shadow Rush. Here goes Zigzagoon. Nice. Leafmon heals. Cool. Shadow Rush Shuppet. Razor Leaf. Nice hit. There goes Shuppet with a crit hit. Shuppet's a cool Pokemon when it evolves the Bayonet too. Pretty cool. Rider Vant. Hyper State. Oh yeah, Hyper Mode. So this is the trainer with Slugma. So we'll face them as the last trainer, I believe, in this square. Numel is the replacement. I don't remember in Colosseum or in XD if Numel is a Shadow Pokemon, because I feel like I vaguely remember Camerupt. It could be XD, but I could be incorrect. I do like how I mentioned before, Colosseum and XD, in terms of Shadow Pokemon, they choose Pokemon that aren't super popular to turn into kind of like Shadow Pokemon, so like you would use them. Like most of the time I wouldn't use Mantine in a party. I probably would have forgotten about Mantine as a Pokemon. Same with like Mischievous and maybe like Dunsparce and stuff like that, and even Yama. I probably would have forgotten about those Pokemon. Oh, Furret as well. I probably wouldn't have used them as much, but now in this game they become kind of crucial parts like Mantine does. Same with like Quagsire. I don't know how much I would have used Quagsire back in Silver version, so. But Quagsire is pretty stacked. Mantine's actually pretty good too. Like, I'm just kind of surprised how good those two are. And like I don't know if I mentioned before, but with Mantine, there was no pre-evolution. A lot of the pre-evolutions and third level evolutions came right after this in Diamond and Pearl, so Mantine was just a one-form Pokemon. Leafmon. Confusion? Oh man. Did affect it. Battle music just on point in this game. Wow, Mantine actually went in hyper mode. It's been a while since Mantine's been in hyper mode. This far down the shadow meter, so that's surprising. There goes Azumarill. Or Azurill, sorry. Swablu! I'm really glad I have a Swablu as well. And Swablu is the shadow Pokemon in this game. There he goes. Because Altaria is a cool Pokemon. Alright, Swablu. Mantine! Heck yeah. Swablu. Alright, we have Swablu versus Swablu. Swablu just peck Swablu. Let's see. I'm just gonna Shadow Rush Swablu. Nice. Oh, that's quite the move. Man, almost took Swablu out. Actually, they're both at the same HP. Both Swablu. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Wow. There goes his Swablu, not my Swablu. There's the defeat animation for Swablu. I don't see it very often, so. I'll relight my show. Now it's time for me to go. Oh, what a rhyme. Alright. So that was pretty much, I think, all the trainers in the Battle Square in Pyrite Town. Most of the Pokemon are level 30, so that was a pretty good kind of grind training session to get the Pokemon levels up. So I think that was pretty successful. I faced pretty much every trainer there, so. And I was able to catch Noctowl. That was a redemption. It's one of the few redemption Pokemon, because this was one of the few trainers that I could go back to and actually face again. So, as we wrap up this gameplay, that's pretty much it. This is going to be more of a grinding. This gameplay and the next gameplay will be more of grinding my Pokemon levels. It's a little bit like filler, but this is more interesting filler than me being lost in the storyline. So, anyways, I hope you guys liked this gameplay video. Hope you guys have liked the series. Let me know if you like it or not in the comments below. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.